Hello, all you boxing fans out there. It's Rusty from Porky's Corner. I'm joined by Gary from Welcome Estates out in Spain. He's come to see me today. 2 seconds, let me just alter that. There you go. We're all sorted now. We're going to do something different today. We've had a lot of emails and a lot of people have been asking Gary about me. It's all a bit cringe, this, but about weight loss and things like that. I'm not an expert, but I was £400 and it took me 9.5 years to get to £125. But I took it too far, didn't I, really? I'm 160 now, and Gary's been for about 30 years, Gary, trying diets and stuff like that. And
Yeah, for life, like most people, I guess.
yeah,
I think that most people following your channel there are all interested in weight loss, and I just think that your journey
yeah,
is something that people need to know. I mean, I know Tyson was 10 stone, yeah,
yeah,
and that's an incredible journey. So I'm absolutely positive that Tyson knows the same thing, because I believe that your journey is identical to Tyson's. I understand that you had the gastric band,
yeah,
but I also understand, with my limited knowledge or long knowledge, unsuccessfully, I might add, that it boils down to the same thing. It's about not eating rather than eating. Would you agree or disagree with that?
You mean intermittent fasting?
Well, I'll call it intermittent fasting, posh it up if you want, but it's starving yourself.
Well, basically, that's what it is. And obviously, for years, I got up in the morning and tried to do something for about 30 minutes. When I first started, obviously, when I had my band, I'd get up in the morning, I'd be like, I'd walk 10 minutes in one direction, 10 minutes back, then I'd have a shake, and then 5 hours later, I'd have another shake, and then 5 hours later, I'd have like Jackie taking a bit of children or something. And that did me for a long, long time. So I'm really only having one meal because the two diet whey shakes that we're having, no in them, except a pint of milk. So that's it. Right, that's all I could have anyway, because it's like cheating with band, isn't it?
Well, but in simple terms, it's lower intake of calories, and no matter which way round we want to look at this, and I've been battling with it since I was 20 years of age. I was 12 and a half stone, age 20. And can I do it? And do you know why you can't do it? Most people can't do it because we're constantly thinking about what to eat. We're constantly told, this is better for you, that's better for you. But at the end of the day, I mean, 5 years ago, I was 1 pound off 20 stone, and that was my alarm bell. And I said, no way am I going to 20 stone. And it took me 5 years to get down to 16 and a half stone, and I've hit the wall now. For the last 12 months, I can't get down any further. But still, with the old philosophy of what to eat, I've followed Dr. Berg, I've followed the keto diet, I've followed the Scarsdale diet. I've done all the diets, right? Weight Watchers, you name it, I've done it. And they're all talking about what to eat. Eat this, eat that, giving you a book. The real truth is stop eating.
Yeah.
But the hard part about stopping eating is willpower, self-determination, self-discipline. How did you do that? I know that you had a band.
Yeah, your band sends signals to your brain, they're called receptors. And it sends signals and it's telling you not to eat. So that's how it's more or less done for you, isn't it? So I'm no expert, am I?
You're not.
I just went through it.
You're not an expert, but what I'm deriving from your experience and obviously Tyson's experience, I run a state fit group, which is a Weight Watchers class, and every single week they go up, they go down, they go up, they go down. But there's one thing for sure: when they actually lose a few pounds, is when they've put their head down and got stuck in, and either chosen just salad and veg and rabbit food all week, right? Or they've stopped eating. Because to me, there's only one solution to this weight loss, and that is mind over matter, and get your head down and stop eating. Or as my doctor said to me 15 years ago, and I've gone full circle listening to what to eat, right? And he said to me, Gary, there's only one way you're going to lose weight, and that is stop putting it in there. Whether it's food or drink, stop putting it in. And all you've further confirmed to me is the band stops you putting it in. And obviously we don't know Tyson's, you know, but his is an incredible story too. You know, Tyson lost 10 stone. You've lost 18, 17, 18 stone. More than you, more than your body.
Today's weight, I've lost 17.2, but at one point I lost 19.9.
Yeah. Well, it's just, I just think, mate, that you don't big yourself up enough. You don't talk about it. Nobody knows. And I just think that it's absolutely incredible what you've done.
Oh, thank you.
I can't say it any more than that. And I know that you're coming out with a new series, and not the helmets anymore.
Heroes of the month.
Heroes of the month.
Get your votes in.
Well, all I can say to everybody, please, if there's ever a hero in my book, it's this guy, and he'll be getting my vote.
Well, look, let me tell them all the good diet. When I first went for my band, I said, I think I need a bit of help, you know. I couldn't get out of bed hardly. And they said to me, right, before you go for your band, you need to lose a stone very quickly in the space of like a week, 10 days. So I said, listen, if I could do that, I wouldn't be coming here.
That's a liver diet.
Yeah, no, I'm going to tell you now. So I said, well, if I could do that, why would I want to come in here and give you thousands of pounds up front? So they said, well, it's you know, you're not in pain when you have it, because not all of them do bands now. A lot of people ban them. So I said, okay, it's a sleeve or a balloon, isn't it now? So I said, well, what's this diet? So they said a full fat pint of milk in the morning, 5 hours gap. So and then a yogurt, then another 5 hours gap, then full fat milk, a pint, then this other yogurt, active eater yogurt, and then same at night for 10 days. So after 10 days, I've gone, wow, I've lost nearly 20 pounds or something like that. I says, can I have my dough back?
Yeah. Forget the band.
They've gone, oh no, it's all booked in, and he's coming off his boat in Monaco. He's from Cunnisborough, did it? It's Roger Ackroyd. He's come to do it, and
in actual fact, they've told you the winning formula, haven't they?
They told me winning formula. So I told everybody about that. Loads of people lost weight on it, but eventually they didn't stick at it and the weight come back on. So I think a lot of it's up here, but with band, you've got signals going to the brain saying, you're not hungry. You don't need it. But I have people walking by me saying, hey, Pork, you want to bite? You know, bacon and egg with brown sauce on the back, and that. All like, ugh. I'm like, no, I'm all right. And they were like, wow, because it's telling you. So it's doing job for you, but you've got to pay for it, because like, you've got to jump through hoops if you want it on NHS. But if you want it on NHS, if your BMI is over 50, you qualify. So when I went for my BMI reading, she said to me, the doctor at Cunnisborough Garden Lane, you look like about a 47, your BMI. I said, well, don't you think you ought to take me height and put me on the scales? She went, no. And I said, well, I think you should, because my BMI is 56, because I've checked it before I come here today. So they don't want to give you the op. So when she checked it, it was obviously 55.8 or something. She said, I'll put you down for it. Bring diet sheets in, and then you can go for physio once a week and see a dietitian. And I said, what do you mean? Oh, you've got to go jump through hoops for a year. One at Moorends, one at Asken. Twice a week for a year. So I went, all right, after 9 months, missed an appointment, boom, struck off. So your head's in hand. So they don't want to give you it. It's all down to funding. So and you got to pay, haven't you? But that, I wish I'd just tried that diet and stuck at that.
But for all them people
yogurt
that can't afford a band, the real solution.
I feel sorry for them people who can't.
The real solution is stop eating. But the hardest part about stop eating is self-discipline, mind over matter. You know, but it can be done that way, and it's the only way, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, you're talking about having a bit of a phone in, aren't you, Russell?
Not a phone in. We're looking to do something live.
I think a lot of people, a lot of your
if people want to come on here, and we're going to do it once a week. If somebody wants to come on Zoom with me and ask me any questions or anything like that. I mean, I'm not an expert.
What about asking you? Well, you don't have to be an expert to stop putting it in there, do you?
No,
the
reality is
people need. I mean,
it's hard, mate.
We've done it today, haven't we? I've not eaten today, you know, and I was struggling, weren't I, around 2 o'clock. The reality is we went into wherever we've been, we got busy, and I come out of there 3 hours later, and that got me through
You
3
got
hours.
through if you were hungry, weren't you, earlier?
So, and
You
I
kept
now,
looking at chippies in hands. Who's that
now I'm
chippy?
not, now I've got through that. But the reality is, I think people need to realise that when that little devil called food comes calling, and he's in every crescent, under every table, he's in every shop, he's everywhere we look, isn't he? When that call card comes, we have to have an alternative, and whether that's walk around the garden, walk to the shop, do something, but don't eat.
It's like that with any addiction, whether it's gambling or drugs or drinking it or food.
There's only one way.
Yeah, and that's just say no. But it's hard.
I mean, how many meals must Tyson have skipped? You know, to lose 10 stone. He knows only too well.
You're training all the time, though, aren't you? You're sweating it out, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Listen, you know Tyson, this is a myth, right? Tyson has always lost 6 to 7, 8 stone, always in between most fights, right? So for him, he was 9 stone that he was. He didn't lost 10. I mean, somebody told me 11 over there. He's growing, isn't it, all the time? It was 9 stone that he lost. He was 28. He went down to 19
So
and a
it's
half.
half of what you lost.
It's half of what I lost, yeah, but I had a longer time to lose it. He was knocking it off in like 3, 4 months, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So, but it's a great achievement, and he did it the hard way, and I didn't. I still think it was easy.
Well, you've both done it. You've got a band, okay. Don't knock yourself for that.
No.
You've still had to stop eating.
Well, it drained
stop
now,
drinking.
so
Tyson had to stop eating, stop drinking, and you both done incredible achievements, and you should just give yourself more pat on the back for it, mate, than what you do.
it's
And I think
hard.
that you need to tell people your story.
Well, they all know, don't they? All these who follow me that I was fat as
Yeah.
a pig, Michelin man, and now I'm like as a feather, aren't I? Couldn't knock an hen over. But it's willpower. I think at the end of the day, and you eat in moderation. Do you remember on aeroplane, mate, when you got them buenos in, and then you give me a bueno, and I just had half. I see, I want half. With my tea, you were like, oh, you had over half. Well, normally I would have said 1. I want 6, and that's 12 doubles. In like become less like a Twix, don't they? But now I have to because them buenos were a big problem for me and Rice Krispie Squares.
Yeah, you can. I mean, I found it incredible spending 5 days with you. How you're programmed not to eat.
Yeah.
And that is the right way, isn't it? It's the only way.
It's hard work when you're there, especially in that restaurant.
No, because I'm still thinking about eating all the time.
I had that sea bass, I didn't know mash.
I'm kidding myself. I'm thinking about eating all the time, and I'm going, oh, I'm going to have salad, oh, I'm going to have this. And
Next, I don't want to get as big as I were before, do I, you see?
But
If I start, I can't stop me.
The answer is learn to control your eating habits, isn't it?
Yeah.
Stop eating. And I do think that, I mean, I follow another guy called Dr. Berg, and he believes in OMAD, 1 meal a day, you know, and then 1 meal at night, which consisting of veggies basically, and three fistfuls of veggies or salad, and 1 fistful of protein. That's how he does it. But when you look at all the people that have been successful, it's about not eating. It's about stop fantasizing about food. Stop, you know, kidding yourself by, you know, because I've done it all. I've done the, you know, little and often. But the bottom line is I'm still fat, and I'm not losing weight fast. So I'm obviously eating too much, aren't I? You know?
It's easy though when you're out all the time running your businesses and that, and you don't get settled. You don't never get a chance to settle down to a meal at home. You're always grabbing something when you're out there, and it's so appealing when you're looking at menus all day.
I put all my weight
that
on.
problem.
I put all my weight on while I was out on the road, because my job before I retired was a salesman.
Yeah.
I was whining and dining 3-4 times a week, and I slowly crept up to 1 pound below 19 stone. It's only since
19 stone 13.
19 stone 13.
Yeah.
It's only since I retired that I've been able to tackle it, not eat all them meals, not drink all that beer, and slowly come down. But it's a slow grind. If I'd have realised then, a long time ago, look, what you've got to do is battle mind over matter against eating, you know, and turn away from this. All the advertising campaigns, or all the food manufacturers are paying, I don't know, whoever they pay, Weight Watchers or whoever, to promote the correct things to eat. When all the time, the answer is just stop eating. Learn how to be disciplined, self-determined, and stop eating, right? And you're going to monitor me now for the next few weeks, because I'm going to take a leaf out of Porky's book, and I'm not eating until night time. And let's see how I do, eh?
Yeah. Another thing, do you know that Mark Bison, YouTube, he's a specialist in intermittent fasting. I learned a lot of him. I remember watching him for a good few years and picking up tips off him.
But if I can just say to that word intermittent fasting, because it confuses a lot of people, it sounds very
It means
complicated.
you're starving, you said.
You mean starve yourself?
Well, having a diet shake in the morning and at dinner time, because there's no in them, is there?
But whatever, you're talking about starvation.
Yeah, basically.
We're talking about putting nothing.
Stop putting things in your mouth if you want to lose weight. It's not rocket science, is it?
Correct. And I think that if the message could go through to everybody, let's stop eating, let's have a club, or let's put your weights in, let's stop eating. Anyone that can not eat until the evening, who's prepared to battle, join Porky's Corner and join the club and see how many can do it.
Yeah, if you want to come on here once a week and talk about your weight battles, I'm more than happy.
Or can you not even have a forum for people to ask you questions, right?
Just leave comments in comment section or email me porkycorner@mail.com. But I am no expert. All I can do is share my story and say, well, this worked for me and that worked for
And that's
me.
Porky Corner with no S in it, because I started trying to send it to Porky's Corner.
Yeah, I forgot to put S in.
Mail. Well, it's important that everyone realised there's no S there.
I think it was Rico that said that. Rico, you forgot to put S in your weapon.
Porkycorner@mail.com, isn't it?
Porkycorner@mail.com. Send me questions in and I'll be willing to help you. But I am no guru. It's just something different. We're trying out channel just to try and be different. We've got a platform, haven't we? So.
But you're not a guru, no. You don't have to be a guru to know how to not eat, do you?
No, just don't make a figure yourself like I used to.
Help your followers with is how to be self-disciplined. What can they do to get through that little food devil coming into their mind all the time? How do you get through to night time? Just one meal a day. Because if you can teach me that, right, I know that stone and a half that I need to get down to my fighting weight, because that was my dad's weight, 15 stone, and then I'll have lost my fight.
You only need another stone and a half off then, don't you?
My achievement then is I got 5 stone off.
Gary, I remember being 28 stone 8 and I'm thinking this band ain't working. I kept saying to myself, I'll just be happy if I get to 20.
Yeah.
And well, if I could get to 20, I could get in the 52 waist jeans.
Well, all I can say to you, Russell,
Go on, yeah.
is what you've achieved, mate. Is absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Nobody else can do it.
And drugs, don't forget.
No,
That's what I was.
you've already done incredible.
Been putting fires out 10 years.
You don't realise it. I know you're trying to build a channel here, and I know you're going to work with Welcome Mistakes now, but you don't know you've already achieved incredible things.
Thank you.
That people in a lifetime don't achieve. People die still trying to achieve.
I nearly did.
You've done.
I nearly did.
So.
But yeah,
that's it.
anything else you want to add, Gary?
No, just wanted to make sure that you got some recognition. Mate,
thank you very much. Can I just mention that we've been at Cameron's studio today in Fitzwilliam, and he's going to be putting the Spain documentary that I filmed last week together over the next 2 to 3 weeks. That's all right. So you'll all enjoy that. And the refer a friend scheme, it's something for all my followers. Get in touch, porkycorner@mail.com. If you don't understand it, you'll see with links that are going to go with videos and that, what it's all about and that. I'll explain it to you if you get stuck. And it's something for all my followers. And there's tough times ahead, and you can all get yourself a few quid if you're smart and you listen. What do you think, Gary?
Look, it's a people scheme. I believe in people, and I believe that lots of people are walking around inside their head. Everybody knows somebody that's affluent or thinking of buying a property in Spain, and all our scheme is about is tapping into that and thinking, well, I'm going to ring our Stuart, see if knows somebody.
See if he's got a spare 300 bags in
Well,
the freezer. Buy a villa.
no, lots of people will have affluent members of the family that already own a
Yeah.
property in Spain.
Yeah.
Well, it's their family and friends that obviously are key. Everybody's got something in there somewhere, and the scheme is aimed at them people. And as people, I've shown people this scheme now for the last 8 years, and when they get to know it, and you show them how much they can earn, and they say to me, what's the con? What I can earn that kind of money just for referring a friend, and I return, yeah, you can earn that kind of money just for referring a friend, but it's in there. Schemes aimed at bringing it out.
Okie dokie. And on that note, it is 20 to 6, and I've been here since 4:45 on grafting, so it's been a 15 hours, hasn't it? 15 hours? No, 14 hours or something. Long day for me today, but you have to push yourself, and like years ago, I couldn't get out of bed. Now I've got loads of energy. It's eating correctly, and you might still
No,
right time.
stop telling people it's about eating. So not eating.
No, I'm eating correctly. When I have a meal at night, I have a couple of shakes a day, eating proper. There's
Me-
enough in proteins in
Me
shakes.
personally,
Oh,
Russell,
sure. Yeah, go on.
and there's a bit of banter in between both of us. So long as it's a sensible meal, so long as you've not eaten all day, I think that is the real secret.
Well, all you've seen me do is a shake here today. and
You
that's
eat
it.
nothing. That's why you like. Well,
We don't eat much, do we?
No,
Really?
but you need to. You want to get back to 12 stone, don't you? So you somehow you.
I need to get another half a
you-
stone. I don't eat
You're
pounds.
gonna have to break yourself out of your discipline.
I'm trying my best. If I get to 12 Clem, I'll be happy. Happy.
Hopefully one day you'll be on here at 12 stone, mate. I'll be on here at 15 stone.
There you
How's
go.
that?
Be brilliant. All right then.
Thanks,
All right,
Bob.
boys and girls. Peace out. Keep on trucking. Keep supporting boxing. Keep supporting weight loss. Peace out.